let me set the stage here. So, Critical Drinker has made a bunch of videos about the Odyssey before it even came out. And it was mainly just like when you find out who was in the cast. It's a black woman plays Helena Troy. She's only in it for like 30 seconds. She has like one line in it. Like, oh, it's a black lady. Oh, bye. That's what I saw in the movie. Elliot Page is in it. Basically gets killed off in 5 seconds. And was he even complaining about Matt Damon in it? Like just an Irish guy playing Odysseus? Like it's the story for the people. And actually some of the Indian people look more Greek than anybody else in the fucking 50s movie. Right? Kirk Douglas playing fucking Odysseus. What are we doing? Who played the Chinese guy in the 50s? We had white people playing Chinese people and they'd be like, oh, hello, blah, blah, blah. And you're like, I accept this. Well, I accept a black Helena Troy now. Okay, sorry, guys. But the movie's not about that. His culture war. Because the culture war is like people like him. Like there is a culture war out there and he's part of it, dog. You know what I mean? The Odyssey, he also said that might be a disaster. Like, you really think Nolan's Odyssey is gonna, like, are you that fucking stupid that you think Nolan's Odyssey, even if it was like IMAX, Nolan taking a shit, it's gonna sell tickets? You know what I mean? He's like filmed in all IMAX, and you see like right in his fucking balloon knot, and it opens up slowly. It's all in slow-mo, and then you just a big old turd coming out, and people are like, I saw it. I paid $20 to see that in IMAX. It's Nolan, and it was non-linear. It was a non-linear shit. It went in first. We saw it go in, and I'm like, when is it gonna come out? Oh, it's like Memento again. The beginning was the end. The middle was the beginning. Let's see what he was saying about the Odyssey beforehand. 2 months ago. The Odyssey. I got a bad feeling about this.
If there's one genre I'd love to see make a serious comeback, it's the historical epic. Swords and sandals, gods and monsters, battles and adventures, legendary warriors and terrifying villains. I mean, Hollywood's flirted with the idea from time to time over the past couple of decades, some more successful than others. Don't worry though, 300, you'll always have a special place in my heart.
This is Sparta!
Wait, did he like 300 or not like 300? He did the Shia LaBeouf clap, which to him means I don't like it. I don't even know. He just inserts that Shia LaBeouf clap in like every fucking video of things he doesn't like. But regardless, Critical Drinker, wouldn't you like that? It's men being men. It's just a big action scenes with big guys, and there's no transes or blacks in it. There are blacks in it, but they're the bad guys. He likes that shit. His audience likes that shit. Definitely. They're like, make the blacks the bad guys. He wasn't making videos back when 300 came out, so we can't get his take on it, but he's a little dumbass. You know what I mean? He's a little monkey brain boy. When he saw it in the theaters, he probably told all of his friends, oh, you gotta see 300. It's amazing. It's a bunch of guys. And when I saw it, I was like, I think this is like, am I watching gay porn? This is gayer than Brokeback Mountain. I liked Brokeback Mountain, but 300, I was like, this is too gay for me. It's like too gay. And he liked it. He's going to pretend like now everybody has like said poo-poo to 300, but a lot of people liked it back then. Guess who didn't? Me. I was like, that's gay porn. And I know gay porn when I see it. And it's not on my phone.
This year, things might finally be changing. Christopher Nolan has turned his gigantic quantum space brain away from discovering the secrets of the universe and assembled one of the biggest all-star casts in modern Hollywood for The Odyssey, a retelling of Homer's epic saga about the Greek king Odysseus and his decade-long journey to get home to his family after fighting in the Trojan Wars for another 10 years before that. Meanwhile, his wife has to keep the home fires burning and contend with the unwanted advances of men who want the crown.
The biggest thing here is that he fancies himself, like a lot of people, as like an expert of the Odyssey, right? He's like, it's about Odysseus, and he goes to Ithaca, and then leaves Ithaca, and then has to go back to Ithaca. And like back then it was hard to do. It's like, oh yeah, did you read the Odyssey in school, buddy? Oh, like we all did. And it's like everybody has their own opinions of the Odyssey. It's like it's been told a million fucking times. But yeah, okay, so he's an expert in the Odyssey. Critical Drinker.
Stories don't get much more epic than the Odyssey. It truly is one of the great adventures in human history, blending together mythology, religion, monsters, and the unbreakable determination of the human spirit. And bringing it to life on screen is a challenge that will strain the very limits of modern filmmaking. But now that I've seen the trailer and I've considered the artistic vision behind this movie, I have to say my reaction was... meh. I don't know what it is, man. There's just something about this movie that doesn't quite stir anything in me.
You saw the trailer. That's all you saw. You fucking nitwit. I saw the trailer and I was like, meh. It's like, really? You saw the trailer and you were like, meh? You were like, oh, meh? Yeah, you got enough information from that trailer to be like, this is probably not going to be good. But he has to say that because he needs to preface, like, this has a trans person in it. He saw the cast. There's some black people in there. Helena Troy's black. He's got to give his audience what they want. I'm going to be a contrarian. You're already a contrarian. You like Tomb Raider, you fucking idiot. Nobody likes Tomb Raider. That's another thing. He thinks drinking is cool. You know what's cool, man? Doing heroin. That's cool. That's like cool guy stuff. You ever done heroin? No. That's cool guy stuff. He's a drinker, you're a pussy. Start doing heroin, critical drinker. Critical heroin addict. That's what I want to see.
Which is pretty surprising because in theory at least it's got all the ingredients for success. The kind of source material that's practically tailor-made for epic Hollywood filmmaking. The kind of all-star cast that only comes together once in a generation. And a director with a, mostly, good track record as a filmmaker. So why the fuck does it feel so bland? Well, to try and answer this, let's take a closer look at those key elements again, shall we? First of all, there's the source material. Nothing wrong there, right?
Wrong.
Dude, I believe him. Okay, you're right, critical drinker. You're right. You don't have to show me anymore. He's right. It is, yeah, wrong. Not a good movie. Because Arnie shot a guy in Commando. That was Commando. I've seen Commando. I've watched movies like Critical Drinker. You know what his favorite scene in Commando is? You want to know? It's when Arnie... He's like sick. He's like, oh, my problem with it is that Arnold didn't... I was like, really, Critical Drinker? You feel that way? You're sick. He's sick. If you watch Critical Drinker, you... Woo! You gotta know who you're watching.
You just randomly make that up.
Just accuse him.
Yeah.
Just accuse him of...
With no proof.
Hey, I don't know. I'm just saying, maybe. You know what I mean? We haven't watched all of his live streams. Maybe he said that.
Problem is that the Odyssey was originally written in ancient Greek, obviously, meaning that it has to be translated into English for it to be legible. And what kind of story you ultimately get very much depends on which translated version you read.
Yeah, Critical Drinker, what does that say? Read that text to me right now.
You're an expert.
It depends. He had ChatGPT write this, is my accusation to him. He like went to Wikipedia. So, what? I forgot the Odyssey. Okay, yeah. ChatGPT write me like a critical thing about the trailer of the Odyssey. ChatGPT is like, it was actually translated a bunch of different times. You can get it from different things. He's like, yeah, that's it. And I'll put some little scenes of Arnold in there. That's his art, dude. Yeah, he's a lazy fuck. So like, even if he doesn't have ChatGPT write it, because I know he writes some of it, or somebody writes some of it to like put shitty little jokes in there. It's pathetic. But he definitely like, yeah, well, I can't say definitely, right? I'm not in the guy's fucking retarded head. But he probably has like ChatGPT gather the opinions for him and stuff. Like, what are people saying about this? What you know what I mean? And he's like, oh yeah, that's good. Because he needs to go work on his real art, which is Jack Ryan running around fucking jumping off of airplanes or fucking holding a pistol like awkwardly. We gotta watch his movie. If we're gonna watch his movie, don't worry. This is a long series, guys. This is a long video.
In this case, Christopher Nolan has publicly stated that he's a big fan of the 2017 adaptation of the Odyssey, which was translated from Greek by British writer Emily Wilson. Why exactly does that matter? Well, because Emily Wilson just so happens to be a hardcore progressive feminist who specifically set out to reimagine Homer's text through a female-coded, gender-critical, postmodernist lens.
She translated the book. Like, she's a classicist. She translated the book classically. I was like, oh, it's because it's from a fucking feminist. There was a podcast thing where he said something about the Bechdel test.
Yeah, the Bechdel test.
Yeah.
It's funny because the Bechdel test was actually created as a bit of a joke. But yeah, it's somehow
Is it a 4chan thing or something?
No. It was created by a woman, but she just did it as a bit of a laugh, and it was meant to poke fun at like the feminist critique of movies and stuff. So it was never meant to be taken seriously, but it's become like the benchmark across the industry for like how movies are rated. And so
He said it was a joke, which is true. It started as a joke. This like female like magazine writer or something like that wrote it as a joke, right? There's some truth to that joke. But he said it was an anti-feminist joke. No, the writer was a feminist. Like he doesn't know what he's talking about. He's just sitting there like just fucking being critical drinker. That's critical drinker in a nutshell. It's like, that's a fucking woke. ChatGPT gave you that critical drinker? Where did you find that article? And you know what? Now we're in the future critical drinker. Guess what? The fucking lady that translated that said that she was mad because it wasn't close to the actual book. So fucking you're like stupid in the future too. In the past you're stupid, and in the future you're stupid, and tomorrow you're gonna be dumber. I don't know. What's the next video you're gonna do? Like what's your next fucking moneymaker, man? It's not Jack Ryan. Ain't nobody buying those Jack Ryan novels.
Because of course she did. Basically stretching the very limits of the original text to bend it around modern sensibilities.
You know what else? Yeah, you know what else was translated? The Odyssey was translated a million times. King's fucking translated it. Like, but we have a bunch of different versions with different ideologies in it. That's just how fucking the nature of how old that story is. The Bible is too. The Kings go in, they're like this. What's this text that everybody's reading? Rip that out. Put that in there. They do it to all of this stuff. All we have is the remnants of the winners of wars. That's all we have. We don't have the original Homer's Odyssey. We never did. We have whatever people allowed us to have and their versions of it. Nobody knew how to read back then. Like, literacy wasn't a thing back then.
If that doesn't raise a few red flags, then let's take a closer look at that all-star cast, shall we?
We know what this video is. He's going to harp on Elliot Page for, like, what are we doing with the trans person is one of the soldiers? It's like, okay, and then Black Helena Troy. But, like, Anne Hathaway's not Greek. Matt Damon's not Greek. They're setting up that we're going to have a bunch of people from different races playing this so that it's a worldly movie. We're trying to make $1 billion on this because this is a very expensive film. So let's put all these stars in it. And guess what? Stars are multiracial now. It just is what it is. You want to get the blacks in there? Get Zendaya in there. Well, get Aaliyah Boboku. Who plays Helena Troy? Aaliyah Boboku? Lupita Nyong'o? Yeah, get her in there. Black people know her.
Elliot Page is also in this movie. As what exactly? I don't fucking know. A drummer boy, maybe? Page is like 5 feet tall and weighs 90 pounds soaking wet, so I don't really see how they're gonna fit in amongst all those big Greek soldiers and terrifying monsters.
Well, it doesn't matter because right in the beginning, Elliot Page gets stabbed right away. Elliot Page was just used as an offering to be like, you gotta get killed so that they buy this story about us giving you a horse. Yeah, Elliot Page isn't trying to transcend into another character. It's just, here's a person that gets killed right away. And they even set up that Elliot Page was small when the little kid in the beginning, they're like, you're too small to be a soldier. That's the implying, but you don't have any fucking critical thinking. He has too much critical drinking. Thumbnail. I'm not gonna do a thumbnail like that.
Lupita Nyong'o is widely rumoured to be playing the Greek princess Helen of Troy, which if it turns out to be true would make about as much sense as Papa Asuido playing Severus Snape, but hey, what can I say?
Well, guess what? Vanessa Williams was in the Odyssey too. Like, he has to do the culture war thing because he saw the cast list. That's really all this is. Saw the cast list, he's like, I could make some money on this. I'll bet against Christopher Nolan. Well, you're a stupid man. Okay, so we'll watch his stupid ass podcast about it. This is fucking. We'll delve into his podcast a little bit. This is pathetic.
Fundamentally, I think I disagree with the philosophy behind this film of we need to make it accessible to the modern audience by using modern terminology, by using modern accents, and making it accessible. Yeah, exactly. Yes, and racially, because it needs to look like fucking downtown LA.
A little goblin comes in. He's like, and racially too. Yeah, racially. No, talk about the racially. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Who is this, Metatron? Holy shit. Right, look at him. He used to, like, beat it to Live Leak back in the day. You, like, watch beheading videos and fucking... This is one of those sick guys. Just look at... Come on, look at him.
Yes, it
And
is.
like
That's
that's
exactly.
the exact opposite of what I think most of the most passionate people about the Odyssey would want. Right? I don't know what the general audience is going to do. This movie is going to be a weird one when it comes to the box office.
He's like, Nolan's Odyssey. I don't know what's gonna happen with the box office. Like, fucking really? The guy, Oppenheimer was a whole movie with 3 hours of people talking, and it did gangbusters. This is a movie with people fucking use swords on each other and big ships, and there's a Cyclops, and we all know a Cyclops is coming, and he's gonna do it in camera, and we're all like, you're gonna do that for real? We're all gonna see that, right? Like, what the fuck? He has nothing else to say. They just it's fucking, they go live for like 2 or 3 hours, and it's just grasping at straws and then reading chats. People pay the money, and like, I wonder how many get deleted. But like this, Critical Drinker, do you know about that that is playing in the Helena Troy? And he's like, well, delete that. That's your audience, though. That's what you're cultivating. I can't believe a is gonna be in the is gonna play a soldier. And you're like, okay, delete that. His moderators are probably just fucking scrubbing shit off.
It could be $1 billion movie, or it could make 500 million. I don't know.
There's a reason why Spider-Man released after this movie. Disney was like, that's fucking Nolan with the Odyssey. People love Spidey, but we cannot release it week 1 of fucking Nolan's Odyssey. Not even week 2. Jesus Christ. Like, he don't know anything. He knows those little Jack Ryan, his little toys that he plays with. Like, what if I was in here doing this and you come in and you're like, what are you doing? And I was like, yeah, talk about this movie's not gonna do good. And it's a bunch of these. Look at this little fucking curmudgeon right here. Look at Bizarro Kevin Smith. Jesus, what is his name? George the Giant Slayer? Well, what's your credentials? You have a beard? Is that it? You just have to have a beard to get on this fucking? Yeah, you have to get a beard. Mahler doesn't have a beard, though, I think. Mahler never shows his face. Mahler probably can't grow a beard. Oh my god, this guy right here. Look at, everybody has toys behind them. These are grown men talking about like races and movies. Yeah, do you see my toys? You want to see my toys? You fucking little men, little boys. Look at that fucking toy, dickbag. Look at that. You know what this is? You don't know what this is.
Don't be surprised if a lot of these people wait till the second weekend to see it on IMAX, because look at Oppenheimer, had a 40% drop because a lot of people wanted to see that on IMAX second weekend. So I don't know what the movie's gonna do, because
I don't know what the movie's gonna do, but I think people are gonna wait until weekend 2 so they can see it in IMAX in a good seat. Oh.
Because it's gonna suck.
Because it's gonna suck, yeah. Because you know what I mean? Like, people are like, I don't know if I want to go see that. Let's go see an IMAX, though. Look at it. That's really him. You guys, don't be surprised if this movie makes a lot of money, but I don't know if it's gonna make a lot of money.
and yeah, they don't like that there's a black Helena Troy, but maybe I didn't even know that was her in the trailer. Maybe they notice, maybe they don't notice Ellen, now known as Elliot Page. But the rest of it, they're kind of down with. I think that's possible. That's how the general audience will feel. But the backlash has transcended our entertainment space.
No, it hasn't. It has not. No, he said it transcended it, though, so it broke out of the shell. No, it didn't. People are laughing and pointing at you, being like, why did you think that it was a good idea to try to make money off of this, when you're like, there's plenty of other things. You're a Supergirl thing, you can make all the money you want off of that. Nerdrotic can go edit her face to look like the caveman from those fucking Geico commercials, like, whatever. But anyway, it's just a bunch of dudes speculating. Is there anything worse than a bunch of dudes sitting on Discord speculating? I can't imagine anything worse. The society is getting dumber. Is it because of people like this? Really? And like Hassan Piker. He is like the Hassan Piker of movies. Really. Did you hear that, Critical Drinker? Elliot Page is more of a man than him.
Well, this whole thing.
Elliot Page has a better jawline than him. Really, if I look at his face next to Elliot Page, if he shaved, I'd be like, I don't know which one is trans. Really. Sorry.
Okay.
And gone to the political, cultural space. It's blowing up, right?
That's broken containment. Yeah.
It has, and it's a lot of backlash. I just don't know how that affects a movie this big with Christopher Nolan.
I think probably anyone in America who's of a conservative lean will probably not see it out of protest. Or like massive amounts of them will not.
A lot of them did see it so that they can say it's bad and lie to themselves and turn their brains off and be like, Critical Drinker gave him money. I don't think it's going to make a lot of money, but like people like me have to pay to go see it, to go see it's bad. Anyway, but like this, okay, can we just acknowledge that this is his podcast? And this is the highlight clip. Imagine what got cut out of 3 hours. What the fuck? We're going to see his Odyssey review, and already it is right here. And guess what he's doing? He's putting a scene from Caddyshack in it right off the rip. He gives the people what they want. When you see a Critical Drinker video, you're like, I want to see derivative shit and clips from other movies for sure. And he going to give it to you right away. He did those videos and like his podcast about like how the Odyssey is not going to do well and all that stuff. He's like, oh, it's going to be very bad and like woke. And then the Odyssey came out and it was getting rave reviews and everybody was saying like, dude, go see this in IMAX. It's awesome. It's going to be a fun time. And like probably some people that saw it early and got like early tickets from the studio was like, it's the best movie ever. Like you get some crazy people in there all the time. There's people that said the Ghostbusters movie when it first came out was crazy good. Like every movie, there's people that say 300 was the best movie ever made, and he hates that movie. He waited because he's like, I don't know what to say now. It seems like a lot of people really like this movie, and like I can't like it though because trans people and like black people and stuff and like woke. So he was very delayed getting this video up, even though he has like monkeys fucking edit it for him and like ChatGPT probably writes it for him and shit. He waited. And he's going to say, like, I had things to do. No. If you make a video, if you make money and tons of videos saying this is going to be really bad, and you have theories about it, you better be a brave little boy and go out and see it day one to prove to yourself and everybody else that it is bad. Instead, he had to convince himself it was bad, and then he waited because everybody was like waiting, like, what's Critical Drinker going to say since the movie's actually pretty good? And he's going to say, it's not good, actually. And it's like, okay, then you're like fucking stupid. Okay, all right, so he's going to lie to us and like turn his brain off and be like, I'm not, I'm not watching it. I paid money for this, but I'm not watching it. And he's a slave to his audience, and he's a slave to that money coming in. Because little Jack Ryan novels ain't bringing in the money, but Critical Drinker stuff, sure as shit is. Because there's an ass for every seat. Some people want to see 6 guys on Discord fucking just talk about a trailer they saw.
Well, we're waiting.
Well, this one's been a long time coming. Several days longer than I expected, if I'm honest. Mostly because of the fine people at American Airlines who managed to cancel my flights not once but 2 days in a row.
He's like a liar, dude. Can you guys believe it? The movie that everybody's waiting for me to see because I talk so much shit about it and like speculated so much stupid shit. American Airlines fucked me. Did they believe it? Like, eat shit, dude. Like, come on, man. You're like lying. Stop. What are the odds my dog ate my homework? Okay, buddy. All right. Yeah, I believe you.
Me to embark on my own personal odyssey just to get home. It wasn't all bad though. All that enforced leisure time did at least give me a chance to catch up on the movie itself, and so here we find ourselves. If there's one thing I never had on my bingo card for this year, it's that the most contentious, bitterly controversial and divisive movie of 2026 would be made by Christopher Nolan of all people.
You're the one that makes it controversial. Like, you and whatever Russians are paying you and people like you have to spit that out to divide people. No regular person in their right mind saw that trailer and was like, oh, this is gonna divide the people. They were like, oh, Christopher Nolan's making a full movie in IMAX and it's the Odyssey and Matt Damon's in it? I'll watch Matt Damon do anything.
Depending on who you talk to, the Odyssey is either a disgusting cinematic abomination that completely subverts and disrespects Homer's original work while shamelessly pandering to the mythical modern audience, or an undisputed masterpiece of film.
Nobody said, who's saying it's a masterpiece besides like 3 Twitter posts and a stupid blog? And who's saying that it's an abomination besides retards like you? Like, honestly, like, Did anybody go in there and say this is an abomination? Besides somebody that like literally just the rare people that like read the fucking book all the time and they're like, I want to see it in a linear way and done correct by the books. And this guy don't really read, so he don't know. He didn't know about the Odyssey. He forgot about the Odyssey until this fucking movie was announced.
Crowning achievement of Nolan's career and a strong candidate for the greatest thing the human race has ever achieved. Fucking calm down, love.
Who is this? Just one person?
I sent you the actual article. It's like some random newspaper in Australia or something.
Is it really just some random newspaper in Australia?
It's not like the New York Times or anything.
So everybody's
It's like-
saying this? Wait, hold on. Let me fucking pull this up.
He did like a deep dive to find this one.
Yeah, he had to dig to see somebody that said it was the greatest masterpiece Nolan's ever done. So for this little bit, this person that says there's no denying it, Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey might be one of the greatest movies of all time, he dug real hard, because I don't think even Australians know that this fucking magazine or whatever website exists. The9.com.au. He just pulled some random fucking person. It's an opinion piece. Depending on who you talk to, or how far you go down the Twitter rabbit hole, you'll find anything. You could go on the internet and find anything. He recommends and likes Tomb Raider. So, like, you can find any idiot that likes anything.
No matter which side of the divide you come down on, half the movie-going world is gonna despise you until the end of time itself.
Welcome to America.
Does he just give his editors, like, does editors have a pool of, like, just put this clip in there? I've seen all those clips that he puts in there, like, all the time. He has the same fucking clips. He's so lazy, dude.
And now that I've had a chance to experience Christopher Nolan's wannabe magnum opus for myself, what is my verdict? Meh. I know that sounds like a bit of a weird reaction considering all the hype around this film, but it's the word that best sums up my feelings by the time the credits rolled. I just didn't feel much of anything.
So he watched the Cyclops scene. He watched the big scene where they showed the boat. Spoiler alert. He watched all that, like, done in real camera. He's like, meh. No, I'm not hearing this. It's like, dude, you have to be like, you have to be trying to hate it to not feel or see anything cool in that fucking movie. Like, did he feel anything during the fucking Trojan horse scene where you're like, this is crazy? And he's talking about like all these like, the action's really good in Tomb Raider. First of all, second of all, like in that scene, in all the scenes where there's like they're doing like war and stuff, you see literally like strategic moments where it's like there's guys in the front that are gonna die, and then there's a second and third line, and then Odysseus and anybody that's like bigger doing the thing trying to fend it off. You see that all the time. You didn't see that? You didn't watch that and be like, this dude, he actually thought about these scenes. Like, this is wow. You didn't go in the movie and be like, I can't believe I'm seeing some of this shit on the screen right now. He's a liar. And it's like, if you want my review of The Odyssey? It's pretty good. It's a pretty good film. I haven't even seen it a second time. I have an issue with the ending a little bit. I like the ending of the fucking poem better. But it's a pretty good movie. And if you don't think so, you're so ideologically driven. You're actually like the people he talks about with the message. You got to spread the message. Like you're really actually, you're drinking the Kool-Aid. You're wearing the Nike shoes. You're laying in bed and offing yourself like the cultists. You know what I mean? He's like, I'm really going to piss off the woke people with this one. No, we all think you're like a stupid person. Like any average person saw that. Like, did he really? Meh? Christopher Nolan's IMAX The Odyssey? Meh? Was he actually drunk? No, because he doesn't drink. And he can't do drugs with this. Putting this out on the internet, dude, I have a panic attack. I said it before. Like, I'd be like, dude, people are going to think I'm stupid. With like putting this out, I'd be like, do they think I'm stupid? It's like if you did something like stupid in like second, third, or fourth, like as a kid, and you like wake up sometimes, you're like, oh, dude, I'm reliving that embarrassment over again. Look at all the fucking embarrassing moments he put out for people on the internet and made money off of. This guy's living in a nightmare. He can't smoke weed. He'll die.
All the controversies and culture warfare swirling around it, The Odyssey was pretty much exactly what I expected from a late-stage Christopher Nolan film. Technically impressive and commendably ambitious, visually dour and bleak, emotionally sterile, and weirdly lacking in pace, urgency, or satisfying payoffs.
Lacking in pace and urgency. It's a 3-hour film. And most of the people, like 90% of the people that saw it was like that that does not feel like like a fucking 3-hour movie. But at the end, I was like, wait, are we already at the end? They're doing the suitors right now? There's a part like at a certain part, I'm like, oh, we have a lot more left, and then you totally forget about that, and then you're like in it, and you're like, we're already at the end? Shit. And you don't want to pull out your phone because you're like, they told me to keep my phone off. The little cartoon people said, keep your phone off. Nicole Kidman with all of her fucking surgeries said, quiet down, buy some popcorn, and don't pull your phone out.
Manipulated by cold, distant characters that give nothing away and invite no empathy from the audience, dialogue that's jarringly clunky and on the nose, often delivered by talented but miscast actors, and ultimately, an ending that fails to capitalize on its incredible build-up.
No, really though, like Tomb Raider is a fun movie that you gotta see. But Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey, it's meh. He recommended people go out and see Tomb Raider. And then this is Matt. It's like, bro, don't listen to this guy. This guy's off his fucking rocker.
The Odyssey picks up about 20 years after the fall of Troy and the end of the Trojan Wars. Matt Damon's living on a beach with Charlize Theron with no memory of how he got there, while Zendaya stares at him every once in a while to display her incredible acting range. Ha! Go on, love, show us what you can do. Anyway, this setup acts as a framing device for the rest of the narrative that gradually gets filled in the form of flashbacks. The first of which is the Siege of Troy, where Matt Damon uses the Trojan horse to get him and his men inside so they can open the gates and end the 10-year-long siege. Yep, it took him 10 years to come up with that fucking idea.
So it's like The Odyssey? Homer's The Odyssey? And also, like, how many fucking scenes from other movies are you gonna put in there? You know what scene? You know what he uses a lot of the time? Right here, this like edit of Frodo with googly eyes. He does that all the time. Does his audience clap like when they see that? They're like little seals. They laugh at that. Like if you laugh at that edit, he eviscerated that movie. Yeah, I ain't gonna go see that now. Look at the fucking Frodo with the googly eyes. I can't go see that woke piece of shit.
Anyway, with the war successfully over, everyone's like, guess we'll go home then. His second in command is like, shall we take the quickest, easiest, and most logical route, sir? But Matt Damon's like, nah, it'll be fine. So instead they head south and end up trapped in a cave with a giant cyclops that eats a few of them. Then they escape, but Matt Damon just can't resist shooting it with his bow, which incurs the wrath of Poseidon, who blows them to another island altogether, where they run into a bunch of medieval space marines who promptly kill the shit out of them.
Oh yeah, and then he's also like pointing out, like he's trying to like act like this is really dumb that he like shot the Cyclops with it's like, yeah, in the book he like yells at the Cyclops, says, my name is this and I got you. You're like criticizing the Odyssey. Like the source material that you said like is such a great piece of fucking work. All right, you make it. We saw your Jack Ryan. You should be looking at this and be like, I can't believe they pulled that off. I couldn't even pull off a 40-minute movie at all. It made no sense. It was stupid, and the action scenes were just a bunch of jump cuts. Like you, as a filmmaker, you produced a film written by your little Jack Ryan novels. You should appreciate this movie, like really. You can't do anything. He can't even make a movie like Tomb Raider. That's how stupid he is.
Literally go to hell itself and get berated by the spirit of Elliot Page for a while, then land on another island where they're told not to eat any of the cattle there or they'll all be cursed to death.
Also, he's not hammering on the Elliot Page stuff. He's like, he talks to Elliot Page. Yeah, but that was like a big point that you had, that Elliot Page was in the movie, so it's probably not going to be good. And then, but you can't say that because you realize how he used Elliot Page in the movie, and you're like, oh, actually, that's kind of funny. That like Elliot Page was just cannon fodder. It looks like he used Elliot Page very well as a soldier, huh? Looks like he figured that one out.
They eat the cattle, and wouldn't you know it, their ship gets destroyed in a storm, and Matt Damon washes up on a beach with Charlize Theron, who keeps him drugged and ignorant for the next 7 years. But eventually he decides he ought to get back to his wife Anne Hathaway because it's been like 20 years now.
Is he gonna review the movie, or is he just gonna tell us what happens in the fucking movie? What was bad about the movie? You're just telling us what happened in the movie and the Odyssey. I gotta tell you how stupid this is. People talk to each other and they fight with like swords. It's so stupid. Yeah, we saw the movie, bud. Is it good? Okay, why not? Criticize it. Tell me why. He doesn't have the capacity to, because he doesn't know anything about filmmaking or film in general. He likes Tomb Raider. You know what I mean? So, tell us why it's bad.
And she's probably wondering where he got to. I mean, like, no offense to Anne Hathaway or anything, but if I had a choice between her and an immortal Charlize Theron, well, I know which one I'd be choosing.
Pussy. The Critical Drinker is awesome. Yeah, he'd pick the girl that would, like, drug you with heroin. That does sound awesome, though. You just go to that island, she, like, bangs you, and you're, like, doing, like, basically heroin. This ain't so bad. But
That's why he did it for 7 years.
that's what he did for 7 years. Yeah, that pussy was so good, he forgot where the fuck he was. He didn't know how long it's been. But in reality, like, is that his joke? Is I would bang Charlize Theron. Like, he had to laugh to tell us that was a joke. Because when you listen to that, you're like, ugh.
Anyway, so he makes a raft out of bits of leftover ship that washed up with him and just kind of says, fuck it, let's see where I end up. And wouldn't you know it, he ends up right back at Ithaca, the very place he's been trying to get to this whole time. That was lucky.
He's like trying to like shove it under the rug that like the gods sent him. It's a time of gods in Mythics, and Charlize Theron says, just float away and the gods will lead you. And he's like, that was lucky, huh? No, it's
the story.
It's the story of the Odyssey. Yeah. Yep, there's gods. And they were like, it's time to go home. We'll take you there. He's like, wasn't that luck? It was total luck. I didn't pay attention at all. He's got grasp at straws, this little guy. I was late going to the movie. My dog ate my homework. And I promised that, I forgot. And like, I got sick. So, like, I had, like, diarrhea for, like, a couple weeks. I couldn't see it on time. But, like, now I got it out. I figured out enough what I should say about the movie to say that it's bad. It's just a bad movie. That's his take. It's a bad movie because it's bad. The truth is, he needs to wait for the talking points. He needs to wait for the talking points for everybody else to accumulate what did I not like about it, because I have to not like, and then he can read those, and he's like, that's my opinion. You know what would actually be more badass? If you said you actually liked it. And then people are like, oh, okay. So he's like, he's going to tell me if a movie's actually good then. As opposed to being like, I didn't like it. So, well, then nobody should be watching your opinion on fucking films.
Might as well start by addressing the three elephants in the room. Yes, Elliot Page, Lupita Nyong'o, and Zendaya are all in this movie. Yes, Elliot Page looks just as ridiculous as you might imagine trying to run in a heavy suit of armor. No, they don't have more than a couple of minutes of screen time each, and they're largely irrelevant to the story, and Zendaya doesn't even act so much as exists on screen. And yeah, I know it's the principle of the thing for a lot of people, and if you're really bothered by stuff like that, it's kind of like me saying I only spat in your food a little bit, so why aren't you eating it?
And just I'll talk about it right here. Yeah, they're in it, and they're only in it for like 3 seconds. So you were wrong. That's the reason. That's one of the reasons why the movie's gonna be bad. They're barely in it. He's so pissed that he couldn't fucking nail that one down. Come to Critical Drinker videos to be wrong about everything. This is a good advertisement for his fucking videos. It's like, I'm like a retarded or something. Come watch me show you scenes from other movies in my reviews.
Is that as much as these three dominated the headlines around this movie, they really don't have much of an impact on the film itself, and they had no impact on my perception of it.
You were the one that helped them dominate the headlines. He has to see this, right? He has to understand. Or he doesn't? I mean, he's stupid, but like, at some point... Man, I hope he's getting dogged on for this one.
We should like check out the comments.
We should check out the comments, yeah. It's gonna be a lot of bots, too. Like, these types of people get like... It's like half the comments are not even real people. This guy... Oh my god, this guy is an absolute fucking dud of a human being. Look at this one. I only spit in your food a little bit, so aren't you eating? Possibly your greatest quote. That's not even his quote. He quoted that from somebody else. He don't have the fucking... He can't make stuff like that. And it's not even good. But like, he can't put those things together. All he can talk about is like taking a shit and why that's like Running Man. He liked it. Yeah, he's like, I know, I did a good joke. AI helped me write a really good joke that was actually stolen from somebody else before I even got to it with AI. Oh, here we go. Hey, drinker, can we get the I only spat in your food a little quote on a t-shirt, brother? Just saying, that shit's gold. So this is his audience. Don't pee on my leg and tell me it's raining. Do you want that on a t-shirt too? Okay, well, we saw his review. That was pretty fucking stupid. And now he's gonna go on, well, this was earlier, right? He's on Piers Morgan, and he's complaining more about the casting of it, but watch this. This is a beautiful moment, and we're all gonna have fun with this. And that's how cooked he is.
So we're going to bring in two of the biggest names in that space, Will Jordan, aka the Critical Drinker, and Gary Bigler, who's the Nerdrotic, of course. That's rounding off our truly epic.
Look at this little fucking elf right here. Jesus Christ. Look at all the toys behind him. Dude, if you make a show and you have all these toys behind you like that, like a green Batman symbol, grow up. Really, like grow up. Go hide that somewhere else. I don't have my board games out behind me. Like, this is my personality. Yeah, you can see his stupid little ring light. Like, this dude, he gets all this money and he still has a ring light. Okay. Also, he didn't even set it up right too. Look at how creepy he looks with when his eyeball looks at you. Like, you can't move that to the left. You can't look at it for a second and be like, oh, I look like a fucking weirdo. Looks like an alien. He looks like a real elf who's about to cast a spell on you.
Mark Lamont Hill. So welcome to the three of you, and Victor's kindly agreed to stay here. Now, Victor T.
Okay, so we have all these people, and then we have the black guy. So Pierce knows what he's doing. He's like, we have to get a black guy. We can't just have, so we have the token black dude tell us. At least we have your side of it. Yeah, Will knows this is like Piers Morgan, so he's hiding all of his little toys. He just turned the light off. That's how, his toys are probably there. Wait, look at this guy is gonna die. You see this dude up in the top right there in the middle? But that guy's like on death's door. Actually. What is he gonna say? I'm telling you This guy was in the Odyssey. You know what I mean? He helped Homer write it. Is that who he is? We're gonna find out. Like, holy shit, this guy's like thousands of years old.
The fuss exclusively about the choice of having Lupita Nyong'o, a black woman, African-American actress, playing Helen of Troy was, somehow wrong. That because mythology has her, even though she's not a real person, has her as a white woman, this shouldn't have been the case. What is your view?
Yeah, I mean, it's worth keeping in mind that something like the Odyssey is this epic fantasy story, but it's fantasy grounded in the real world.
The Odyssey is grounded in the real world. Poseidon's really out there, tipping ships over. Is that how Titanic went down? Was it Poseidon? Let's listen to that again. He said that on Piers Morgan. You dressed up and tried to look like you're an intellectual, but then you said that. He even said, Piers Morgan's like, Helen of Troy wasn't a real person. He's like, but it's like real, actually. Does he fucking believe in Santa too? Does Will Jordan like watch movies and think that like all this stuff is based in reality? Like he saw ants and he was like, that genocide was so sad. Those ants get killed.
Yeah, I mean, it's worth keeping in mind that something like the Odyssey is this epic fantasy story, but it's fantasy grounded in the real world. It's set within a very specific geographical location and time. And like any geographical location and time, it has demographics of people that are believable.
So Independence Day is grounded in the real world because it's set in Los Angeles, in New York City, and in Washington, D.C. Because those are real places. You're on Piers Morgan, man. There's gonna be a lot of people that don't know who you are watching that, and they're like, "Okay, well, this guy's an idiot." Anyway, let's get the old curmudgeon who's fallen asleep to talk about it next. Do you think? I didn't even see Nerdrotic. He's sitting there. He's probably like, we're not gonna see his face when he said that. We don't see the panel. Piers knew to not show the. We can't edit them because they were like, okay. Grounded in reality, right? Does he think like 9-foot men really existed on certain island? Like, the Cyclops, grounded in reality. There's a fucking 18-foot Cyclops that eats people.
And the best way to contextualize this kind of decision is, say you had a movie set in pre-colonial Africa, and one of the tribal leaders was a random white guy, and none of the other characters thought that that was even remotely strange. No one reacted to it, and there was no explanation for it.
That stuff did happen in the 50s and 40s and 60s. Like, yeah. We had Mickey Rooney playing an Asian guy in Breakfast at Tiffany's. Oh, hello! Oh! And you're like, okay. Gotta get that money. You gotta be mad at the casting.
This is coming off the back of a period within Hollywood movie making where there has been a lot of rather bizarre race swaps of.
Did this guy just shit his pants? Look at him move over here. He's like, oh, this guy's old. He has to get off the panel. It's past his bedtime.
Within Hollywood movie making where
squishing the poop out of his pants.
Rather bizarre race swaps of characters. I mean, if you go back to...
He's asleep. Grandpa fell asleep. You see that? Look at he's out. He's out cold.
Over here in the UK, we've had an Asian Sir Isaac Newton. We've had a black Anne Boleyn. These are real historical characters, but we're now supposed to pretend that they're a completely different race, and it doesn't make sense.
Okay, well, you can complain about that, but the Odyssey is not real. It didn't happen. Santa's not real. Jesus isn't real. These are not real people. Did he get mad at, what's it called? The Passion of the Christ? When, like, Christ literally had blue eyes in that movie? Jim Caviezel?
Yeah, did they speak Hebrew in that movie?
Yeah. He probably didn't like that they spoke Hebrew. I don't think his audience likes the Jews. He can't say that. He can't say that. They don't like the Jews over there. Anyway, this is kind of, right? We got this. We gotcha, Critical Drinker. Gotcha. You're a stupid man. Do you want to just segue to, we're going to segue to Russell Brand, him going on Russell Brand. This was 2 years ago. This is before all the alleged racism, not racism, racism came out. Russell Brand might be a racist.
You surely love The Critical Drinker and his fantastic show where he does reviews of contemporary movies, sometimes of his favorite movies.
I can't take this guy. Russell Brand. You want to hear my Russell Brand impression? I'm Russell Brand. Oh, hello. Oh, Russell Brand, mate. Oh, I got a shrimp on the barbie, mate. Hello. Oh, you got a little girl looking. Oh, I like. Oh, Russell Brand, yeah, I'll get my sex out of you even if you don't want me to. Oh, Russell Brand. Sounds exactly like him.
Also with his Drinker After Hours, he does conversations and interviews.
Oh yeah, this is also before all the stuff came out for the allegations for Russell. Critical Drinker ain't hanging out with the best of the best. I wonder how many people in his circle like had some bad shit come out about them, and then he's like, "Oh man, my side of the aisle ain't so good."
One of my favorite channels on YouTube, so I'm very excited to talk to him. Thanks for joining us, mate.
No, it's a pleasure to be here. Thanks for having me on, man.
One of your most recent videos that I enjoyed.
Oh yeah, and he has the sunglasses on too. What a stupid asshole wearing sunglasses inside. Fucking retard. Also, those look like shit. don't work with his face. He looks like Morpheus.
Was your analysis and review of the latest Indiana Jones movie. It seemed you kind of reached in a sense, a zenith of your analysis in itself, or what Lynch might call the duck's eye, the point within the point.
Dude, Russell Brand is the biggest pretentious piece of shit ever, dude. He's like, let me do the... Your review of, Indiana Jones really was the zenith of every time Russell Brand. Hello. Oh, you got any gears I can... Like, really? You're talking about Indiana fucking Jones on your show. Was his review of Indiana Jones the zenith of anything? Did it get to the essence of Indiana Jones whatsoever? Oh, it's not so good. It's like when you take a shit. And in the comments like, dude, put that on a shirt. Russell Brand. I can't fucking take this. We might have to end the video here. This is fucking... Okay, we'll watch it. It's not even like nails on chalkboard. It's like somebody sticking a fucking jackhammer like right in your ear. Seriously. Oh, I'm Russell Brand. No. Ugh.
The Critical Drinker.
Yeah, Critical... Oh, I'll tell you what, mate. That movie is not that good. Oh, it doesn't matter though, because I have a thesaurus right here, and I don't do drugs anymore, just do a lot of... That's what you're getting here.
is that our culture is incapable of coming up with new and novel and innovative content, and it's kind of like a Tomb Raider dragging cadavers from the soil, reanimating them, and then not even respecting them. Is that the essence of your perspective on sort of mainstream movie franchises, and what do you think that tells us more broadly, if that indeed that is your perspective, Drinker?
I think that's wildly wrong, because that metaphor you just gave me would have at least been entertaining, unlike this movie. No, like I think we are definitely stuck in a rut as a culture when it comes to just relying on the past and just like digging up old ideas, like you say, bringing back old characters, old actors, and just kind of humiliating them on screen and trying to use them as this weird springboard to launch like a new generation of characters, but they're never any good. They're always unlikable idiots who just bore people to tears.
It's funny though, he's like, oh, all they're doing is making characters that like bore you. And they're all derivative. Like Jack Ryan? Like your Jack Ryan guy? That's boring? That's not even derivative, that's stolen material. And it's just not good. What was his name? What was the character's name? It was basically Jack Ryan, but what is it? Will Jordan. That's his character. He wanted to name it Will Jordan, but then he's like, I can't do that. Huh?
Nathan Drake.
It's Nathan Drake. Yeah. Drake, Jason Drake? Jake Drake? You should have named him Jake Drake.
Very interesting that you take it to something as essential as the spirit of creativity itself. I've got young daughters, they're 5 and 6. Their favourite band is the Spice Girls. Like, we listen to the Spice Girls, and then like some other kids were getting dropped off at the school, like similar age, they were listening to the Spice Girls. There doesn't even something in the culture, which I think at the time I would have certainly regarded as a sort of a commodity, even though it had a great deal of spirit, and there's aspects of the Spice Girls that I like, details that I certainly won't be going into right now.
Ew. Russell Brand he's a creepy little man.
I didn't know Baby Spice was like an adult. Oh no, I'm Russell Brand. Oh, can I one of the Spice Girls? Oh wow, I'll trip on the Barbie. My best friend's Puff Daddy. Oh, you ever seen that movie? Oh, I'm Russell Brand.
So they have a section here where they talk about American identity. First of all, what the fuck does Russell Brand and Critical Drinker know about American identity? You guys aren't American. You want to be so bad. You're like the rare people from the UK that actually wish you were American. And that's fucking sad. That's sad, dude. They should disown them. Talking about American identity, that's like British culture. The fuck do I know about British culture? I know the food's bad, except for desserts.
Well, it's interesting points you've made there, because like when you talk about the stars of their different eras, like the 70s was like De Niro, Al Pacino, Dustin Hoffman, like the interesting character actors. You know, the 80s was the big buff muscle men. It was the time of like American confidence.
He only wants the 80s muscle man. Remember that video that he made with a bunch of dudes with their shirts off, fucking shooting? The little Lion King AMV that he made? He loves that shit. That's when I jerked off the most. That and Tomb Raider, Mr. Skin pictures.
The 90s, it moved into like more, ambiguous.
Whoa.
Like slightly more.
What is Russell Brand drinking? Is that booze, Russell? He can't be drinking anymore. He's sober. We got him. Put him in cuffs. We got him.
Vulnerable heroes. The 2000s.
Drink it, Russell. Drink that booze, you sick fuck. Think about your crimes.
Stuff. There was a lot of thrillers. There was a lot of secret agent things.
Russell Brand's not listening at all. He's sitting there waiting for his time to fucking talk. Look at this shit.
Things going on. And then, you look at now, there's nothing. I literally just said there ain't no movie stars because the country doesn't even know what it is now. It's in a conflict of identity.
He just said there's no movie stars. Didn't we just watch the Odyssey video where he says it's a star-studded cast? And that's why they picked them? What do you mean? This guy's stupid. Really? He's like, there's no movie stars. Anyway, they got tons of stars in the Odyssey, and it's just filled with stars. What about the UK stars? Talk about things you know. Hey, stay in your own lane. How about that? How about that? Go watch UK movies. Does he ever review UK movies? He doesn't, because he wants to be American. And that's sad.
So I think it's a a self-evident point of like it doesn't even know what it wants to be anymore. So that's,
Oh no, I just noticed Russell Brand's podcast is called Stay Free. So he knew it was coming. He knew it was coming. Stay free. They're coming for you, Russell.
that's kind of really sad to see, because we always, you know, as a Brit, I always looked up to America as like the model of the world. Like this.
Wait, is he a Brit? He sounds Scottish. Have I been fucking this up the whole time? It sounds Scottish. He sounds Scottish. I don't know. All those Brits have weird accents anyway. Russell Brand's is the worst.
Oh, hello, mate. Oh, you got another dingo eat me, baby.
Right? I'll never not do that. Tune in for more of that.
It's us, the free world. But yeah, when it comes to marrying what you talked about there, like the rather than just having straight white guys as like the movie stars, how do we include people of different genders, ethnicities, all that stuff? I guess what I would say, hey, we did it 20, 30, 40 years ago. We just didn't make such a big deal out of it like we have to do now. And that's the thing that annoys people. That's the thing that turns people off. When you make the identity of the main character, the main actor, the sole focus of everything.
That's what he does. That's what do you the Odyssey. What were you doing before the movie even came out? It was just the identity of the people. I think we're done. This is grating. I spilled stuff all over, and I'm going to put that in the video because that's way more entertaining than what the fuck was going on here. So, Critical Drinker, Russell Brand are best friends still to this day. Critical Drinker literally said Russell Brand. I just love accusing him of like just horrific crimes. I'm not even gonna say he didn't say that. I don't know. He may have.
We know crimes are being committed.
We know crimes are being committed. We don't know which crimes. We don't know who's defending who about which crimes. Is all I'm saying. I'm just asking questions.
You can look at movies that were made like Gone with the Wind or whatever back in the 30s and 40s. Yeah, they don't align with our current standards or our current like cultural zeitgeist, but they're not meant to, because they were made in a very different time. But we respect the time in which they were made, and we can look back on them now and say, well, yeah, okay, that's changed since then, but it deserves to be shown because it's an artifact from when it was made.
He wants to respect the art that people made then, but he can't respect any of the new art that people are making because it's too different from how it used to be. It used to be that you can't have trans characters in a movie, but now it's like disgusting that you can't. Well, guess what? You were in a movie. He was in his little Jack Ryan movie. I have never seen his Adam's Apple. I'm just saying, just asking questions over here. All right, so how do we end this video? Hi.
My hairline's a mess and I'm sick of it. A five-headed fool with eyes that spit. A goofy little Scot who plays dumb games. A little boy scared of the grave I'll lay. Goofy little Scot who plays dumb games. A little boy scared of the grave I'll lay.
Oh, Russell Brand, yeah, I'll get my sex out of you even if you don't want me to. Oh, Russell Brand.
Sounds exactly like him.